Okay, so look, everybody in the group, I'd love to introduce you to Claudia Toricini from Italian Language and Culture, who's here as a guest expert in the group, and she's going to be talking with us today about all things Italian language. And I know that's something you're all really keen to improve and to move forward with. So. I'm going to introduce Claudia, and she can say a little bit about herself and say ciao.
Salve a tutti, ciao a tutti, sono Claudia, sono un'insegnante. Oh my God, I'm talking in Italian. I'm Claudia, I'm the tutor behind the page Italian Language and Culture, which is active since 1 year, and I'm very, very glad to be in this school. So, well, what would you like to know?
Oh, I would love to know. I would just love to know about you, first of all, where you're Italian, obviously.
Yes.
And you're living in Italy. Where are you based?
So I live in Pescara, which is in Abruzzo, and very, very nice and authentic region. If you come please tell me something and we have a coffee, and I would love to make you discover the region, which I don't know very well because I moved to Bologna in Emilia-Romagna when I was 18, and I studied there in University of Bologna, the famous alma mater Studiorum in Bologna. So I am graduating in anthropological science there. And then during my studies, I discovered that I love teaching because I had a cultural association to give some Italian lessons to immigrants, people from Bangladesh. And it was fun because these people were coming at night and they were tired. So I just tried to make it fun, and it worked. So it didn't work exactly, but it worked in my purpose. So they loved the classes, and I loved helping them. So there I discovered that I like teaching Italian. So I did a master degree in University of Venice in teaching Italian to foreign people. And it took me 2 years, and then I started traveling and teaching. That was my dream. And I've been living in Indonesia, and then in Portugal, where I teach in university there, then in South America, Central America, and now I'm back to my my city. Yes, I'm back where I was born, which is very, very weird to me. So I also love being in contact with people from all over the world because I miss being traveling. So. And then I started teaching online when I was living in Argentina and I was pregnant the first time. So it was a very nice resource for me to be teaching while pregnant. And I've been studying also this online teaching. So I am studying this something technique. And yes, that's basically it.
So you're a real traveler then. You've traveled all over.
Yes, not all over. I mean, some countries, yes.
A lot. And I like that you found that, having that really fun sort of way of teaching it, because I think it takes the pressure off.
Oh, yes, yes. I think that, especially with adults, I mean, they don't want to be, I don't know this in English, they don't want to feel bad about themselves. I mean, nobody wants, but especially adults. I mean, and I think that the most effective way to teach, I mean, I love to make people love my language because it's a nice language. But also, I study languages at school, and I know how I felt. I know how I felt bad because I couldn't speak in English at all. I didn't learn English at school at all.
No.
I learned English, yeah, during my traveling and other, in a more adult age. But I remember that feeling, and I know that I didn't understand anything, and my brain just shut down. So I wasn't learning. So I do the opposite. I make you feel my pair, and because we are. And also I learn from my students, and my approach is I understand how do you understand things, and I make things comfortable for you.
Seriously.
And also my, of course, the communicative part is essential. So we speak. With my students, we speak right away because it's a language. We have to use it to speak it. It's the purpose of a language.
And it's such a beautiful language, and the and I love that, even though I'm Australian and my Italian is sort of so, it's okay, but it's not really great. No, our daughter, who's now 17, she's been here since she was 10. She's now totally fluent.
Wow.
And she's as if she was Italian. And I love that she has that part of her heritage, that her grandparents were Calabrese, Sicilian, and that she's got that Italian part of her in her language. And our son as well, he's been learning at school. He has a little bit of a harder time because he's on the spectrum, and it's a little bit harder for him with language. But just seeing how they teach here in the schools has been really lovely. They speak to his strengths, and I think that's what's so beautiful about Italy and the people in Italy is you always feel like you're getting hugged.
That's nice. Yeah, it's true. It's also languages. It's really it's you can express your culture with it. So your daughter has a culture expressing in the language. So yes, she has the heritage.
Oh, she has the heritage and the hand signals and the.
That's amazing. Where she go to school?
From her teachers, she's said something she's not supposed to say. And
I'm sure she's very cute. Does she go to high school?
Yeah, she's 17 now, so she's
nice.
She's definitely got lots of teenage attitude. So, but you teach adults then, don't you? More than
mostly adults. I have been teaching children as well, but yeah, adults are more my.
And I was thinking too, it's great because with something like this online with Zoom, and even with all of our people in our group, that you can do them as a group, or you can do them one-to-one. How does things like that work? How do you manage online teaching?
You mean how do I structure the lessons?
Well, yeah. How do you structure the lessons? How does it sort of, how do you find it works well, or are there any
difference with the one-on-one? I use a digital book that has tools, so we can. With Zoom especially, I can show directly my desktop, and I guide you in the process of knowing the book. And the book is very nice, has a lot of different exercises, not boring. It's very communicative, of course. And then I use a lot of, the online resources, songs, movies, short movies, but not all didactic. So I use things that are already in an education part. It's not understandable. I'm sorry.
No, fine.
Yes, whatever. So yes, I use different tools, and it's different in a one-on-one person for the body because we cannot move. In my one-on-one person, we move as well. We move a lot. We touch. We discover things. We go for a walk, and we speak Italian, of course. This is not possible in the online, but sometimes I make games, and you have to grab things and name it in Italian. So, because also the movement is very important, I think.
Especially in Italian. Everyone talks with their hands in Italy.
We learn how to curse, and we learn gestures for sure. And then, yes. So, and I have been teaching to all levels.
Mhm.
So, especially beginners, but also advanced, intermediate. And I learn a lot also from my students. So
You
it's
see.
nice.
Well, I like how you were saying that the class straight away you start speaking in Italian straight off.
Mhm.
And I have to tell you, I really loved. I watched the videos on your Facebook page,
Oh, thank
and
you.
there, and I understood. I reckon about 85-90% of what you were saying.
Amazing.
So I didn't feel as bad as I felt before I went on and had a listen, because I thought, oh, I understand what you're saying. I completely understand. And because you're so expressive, the bits that I didn't quite get, I got because of the way you are so expressive. And
I
the
help
funny
a
one
lot, yes.
always in my mind is the one in the shower. You have to talk about the one in the shower, because that just made me laugh so much. I thought, this woman, we're on the same wavelength.
So you do the video. Come on, you remember? No.
Oh, see, yeah, well, Claudia was standing in the bathroom and she's starting to do her word of the day. And I'm thinking, well, this should be interesting. She's going to talk about, taps and towels and stuff like bathroom soap, maybe shampoo and your hair and everything. And she gets in the shower and she started talking, and then she turns the tap on, fully dressed. What's she doing? It was so funny.
Okay, that's very funny because the idea comes from the fact that I come back from the beach because I live on the beach, fortunately. And I come back from the beach with my kids and I say to them all the time, please go directly in the shower with your clothes on. Because I don't want them to undress and then all the sand will be on the floor. So I enter the shower with them, and that was one of that days. And I just showered with the clothes on.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. It's difficult to find a word of the day every day. I don't do it that every day, but it's difficult sometimes to. Then just you have to have like an inspiration or a click. Oh yes, let's do that. So.
You see. And we were talking before about some of your tips. Like your 3 top tips for learning
Yes.
Italian. What
Yes.
would you say for people wanting some tips?
Okay, so if you just about thinking to start Italian, or if you're deciding to move to Italy, I would like to recommend you study the language first. So you just understand a little bit how the language works, and you get familiar with the fact that we have, for example, genders for the noun, for example, and I have to agree with the adjective. So it would say la casa bella,
See.
also il ragazzo bello. So these things has to agree, and also that the verb changes because we conjugate it. These are the 2 main things that we need to get used to. So if you start a little bit starting before you come here, then it's more probably you don't get these things wrong, and you don't start to make mistakes because those mistakes will crystallize. So and then it's very difficult to unlearn them. And so I would suggest you start listening right away. Everything you got, radio, TV, the internet is full of Italian. So you just click on the links. I prepared the PDF. You can have you can find some links there. You can find some radio, TV, and other things. And because the listening is very important, because it's true, we never think that, but we start speaking our language. For me, is Italian, for you is English, Lisa, by listening our parents. So we listen, and by the age of 1.5 or 2 years old, we start to repeat. So it takes us around 1 year to to digest all the information, and then, of course, to reproduce them. So just try to listen as much as you can, and then find a nice tutor, because it will help you.
That really helps, doesn't it?
Yes, it doesn't have to be me, but I mean, all the apps, all the self-teaching, it's okay. Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, everything you have, it helps. But when it comes to...
Sorry, I was just going to say, we've been using a bit of Duolingo in the group. I made a little challenge. And I haven't been on Duolingo for ages because I've kind of given up. And when I got on Duolingo, I suddenly realized that it's true what you say about listening, because I could tell when something didn't sound right. I'd heard the Italian and listening to it thinking, oh no, that's not right. This must be the answer, you know. So
you see?
Just hearing it and listening to it is true, and hearing it being repeated and repeated as well. And then, like what you were saying about finding someone that you click with, because here in our area, you know, the Comune, they have Italian classes in the Comune for 2 hours every Wednesday, and I used to go for a while. I was going, and the lady I had was great. I really loved her, and we were just doing like conversational Italian with a little group. And then some new teachers came in and they changed us all around. And I got put with this lady who was really lovely. You know, she was really lovely. But she was just doing absolutely the grammar. Like for the whole 2 hours was like, here's the chair, here's the chair, on the chair. And I'm like, I don't want to learn this. I don't understand what you're trying to teach me. It doesn't make any sense. And the other lady was so easy to follow and just prompting all the time for the next response. So it really does make a difference who you learn with and your learning style.
Yes, of course. I mean, if you're a listener, if you're synesthetic, if you have the musical ear, so if you learn with the music, so it's really, we are different. So a teacher has to understand how the student understands. Yes. And yeah, of course. And so a tutor knows that. So it will make the lesson for you, for your needs. So Duolingo is great, but maybe you need something else. Maybe you need, you know, to speak.
I'm only living in Italy. Yeah, the postman, I'll just tell you a funny story. Our postman in our Borgata, the road that he comes into the Borgata, which is a little hamlet, is very narrow. So when he gets to our big gate, we've got a big arched gateway, he can't actually open the door of the car to pass the post because the roadway is too narrow. And so I'll open the gate and say ciao, and then he looks straight at me and he says something to me in Italian, and I just look confused.
Oh.
And he just looks at me and goes, disgrazia.
He's from Piemonte.
I think so, I'm not sure, but he says disgrazia like this.
That's very funny.
He's actually retired and I still haven't, you know, got fluent. So one day if I bump into him in the cafe, I'm going to just launch into Italian and he's going to be very impressed with me.
You will. Fantastico. And yes, and so yes, to speak. This is my last suggestion. To find a friend or in a group or in the membership group or whatever, to find many people to talk to. By making mistakes and ask them to correct you, that's a nice way to learn also.
Our neighbor, she's 10 and she's an excellent teacher. She's going to be a teacher when she grows up because she's very patient and she always corrects me in a really nice way. So,
You don't feel bad.
no, I don't feel bad at all when she does it, but sometimes with other people, I'm like, no, she's great.
She's going to be a teacher.
See, so we were looking at some of the questions that were in the Facebook group.
Yes.
And you were saying, they seem recent sort of advanced questions.
Yes. Somebody wrote.
How would you suggest, say, if there was a group of people in our Facebook group and they want to do something with you, they can do that as a small group maybe, or they could do it as one-on-one. I know you sent me some information for something special just for the people in our group.
Exactly.
So I can share maybe toward the end of the call, or even the notes. So people will have to come and have a look at the notes to see what the special is with Claudia, because it's just such a skill to be able to come to the country and already be able to have conversations. And
yes.
I had really taken it much more seriously before I made the move here, because I just thought I'd just learn it as I went along.
Yeah, but maybe you are this type of learner. Maybe you are learning. You are making your process to learn it, and
I'm just a bit lazy. I'm a bit lazy.
You are.
But now with this little challenge in the group, and with having the Life Mapping Italy group, and I can't really be telling our members to learn Italian, and I'm not making the effort myself. So
yes, you have to
as well.
Yeah, so you come into the group and we are learning together. So for the advanced, I suggest one-on-one, individual classes, or even a group. If there are at least four people, we can make a group. We can make a twice per week course, and yes, it will be a nice challenge for me as well. I'm very flexible because I work till midnight. Oh my goodness. So normally I work with people from US, and of course they are at work, so they finish at 6, and yes, we meet midnight, and it's fine to me. So even if it's a problem with a weekly schedule, I can manage to be free.
Fantastic. So I was thinking maybe you could just give the people in the group a little message in Italian.
Certamente.
Challenge. And because the ones that were responding to the question about, what challenges are you finding in Italian, you said they all seemed reasonably advanced. So, send them a little message.
Certamente. Vi faccio un messaggio bellissimo con il periodo ipotetico. Se studiaste con me imparereste di più. Okay, I have used some very advanced verbs, which is congiuntivo and condizionale.
Oh, brava.
Ma adesso no, a parte gli scherzi, volevo semplicemente salutare tutti e ringraziare per aver visto questo video con noi. Spero di poter collaborare con la pagina e con tutti voi, e soprattutto spero di essere di aiuto. Spero che vi sentiate liberi, a parte il corso di italiano, il corso individuale, spero che vi sentiate liberi di contattarmi, scrivermi per i vostri dubbi, per un feedback. Oh Claudia, ho questo dubbio, ti scrivo. Ok, io ti dico, oh sì, ok, va bene, ma puoi scrivere meglio, per esempio. Quindi sentitevi liberi di contattarmi.
Fantastico, I understand all of that. It just sounds so beautiful when you speak. I just wanted to hear you.
I just said that I would like you to feel free to contact me besides the groups, the lessons, and the group lesson. Just to contact me if you have any doubts about the language, because I would like to help. So if you have doubts about, I don't know, the verb essere, I verbi pronominali, just feel free to contact me, and I can give you a feedback, for example, if you wrote something. Yes?
What's the best way for people to get in touch? Where do they find you?
They can find me in my Facebook and Instagram page. Italian Language and Culture is the one with the Vespa, the red Vespa in the logo. Or they can write me an email to et point.
It's okay. We can put that in the notes.
Yes, we will write in the comments the email.
I'll pop it there. And Claudia very kindly has put together a PDF.
Yes.
Sharing her top 3 tips for you to start with Italian, and we'll link that. I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet, but we'll have that linked and ready for you to download and have a look at.
Yes.
Hop
Thank you.
And say ciao to Claudia at Italian Language and Culture. We'll put a link to the Facebook group, and go and look in the video section. And find the one in the shower. Very cool.
Thank you so much, Lisa, for having me. Grazie mille per avermi ospitato qui da voi.
E lei?
Grazie. Sì, va benissimo. A te, grazie. E ci sentiamo presto. So let's be in touch.
Ok, piacere and baci and grazie molto per parlo con me.
Grazie a te, Lisa.
È fantastico. Grazie Claudia e buonanotte.
Grazie a tutti.
A tutti.
Arrivederci, buonanotte, grazie. Ciao ciao.
Ciao.